From this week, we started to study the methodology for big data analysis, right? In a previous video, I introduced the method of reduction of the original movie lens data sets with head and right function, right? So I organized each step with additional slides, as you can see on the screen. In the previous video, step 1, we can make a sample data set with the lead lines, right, and head function. And we exercised this step in our studio together. And finally, in your working directory, you can find the generated your own data file, right? I made the file name movies_raw to .dat, right? So we can only have 6 rows, and using this simple algorithm or pseudocode of this page, you can get your understanding of the reduction method of original big data set. So regardless of the given original data set, you can put your original data set file name, and you can make your new file names here. And if you follow the 3 steps, sub steps, you can get your own the sample DAT file, right? And you can check your own the variable data type using summary type of str function, right? And you can also refer the class hierarchy with this figure sometimes if you are wondering about the result of each function's calling, all right? Okay, so even though there are many kinds of the data object recognition functions, but I recommend you only use the 3 functions such as summary, type of, and str. In this video clip today, we will go to the step 2. After making your own simple data set in step 1, you can take a look your own data set. For example, if you watch your new data set, we can recognize the special keywords in sequence, right? But in R, the program recognize only 1 byte separation. So we should change, replace from this special character to the 1 byte separation, the special keyword. For that, for the first time, we will use the gsub function, all right? So you should write down the gsub function as well as write and read line function in your Word file, all right? Okay, so please compare original code and your test code here. Original code, as I mentioned, there are around 5 classification or parts. I will cover step by step, so don't worry about it. And if you count the total lines of the original source codes, maybe around 60 lines, maybe, without the comment with the special keyword, all right? So I put the comments on top of the the setting working directory commands because we don't need to use them right now. So that is the just reference in future, so don't worry about it. After installing two packages, and we can make empty data frame with the movies under the data name, and we can read per line of original data sets, and we can assign the reading lines with the movies on the below variable name, right? Instead of this comment, in a previous video, we used the several comments for making our own simple data set. Anyway, after making our own simple data sets, we also use the readLine function for reading our data sets each line, right? And we make another new variable name with the movies underbar row 2. Did you remember it? And then our interpreter goes to the next command, right? So in this case, we can meet gsub function. If you are wondering about the gsub, you can type here, all right? And you can put the question mark 2 times, all right? In this case, you can check the result in the right side. So gsub is the pattern matching and replacement. All right. So gsub. Grab. But the grab is a little similar with the gsub function. So I also talk about the similar meaning for the gsub. All right. And if you wondering about this, you can check the automatic alert menu. So gsub is the replacement function. So if you want to replace the special keyword in your data to the new character, special characters, we can use the gsub, all right? And if you want to use them, you can follow these rules. I will explain it with my slide, all right? Okay, so that is the original code as I mentioned, all right? But we test our own the case in console. So different from the number lines, you can check the console, the prompt, all right? And we already made our own new variable. Name is the movies underbar rows 2, right? And if you use the gsub with 3 parameters, that means we can replace this character to this one in this data set. So after this comment, if you put movies underbar row 2, you can recognize the special keyword of the 2 bytes was changed to the single byte, this special character, all right? So we can check it right now in RStudio. Okay, so you can type movies underbar rows 2, and then if you use the gsub function with 3 parameters, I want to replace this character with this in this data set, all right? After that, new result was assigned to the movies underbar rows 2 variable. So if you want to check it, you can find it, right? So as you can see on the screen, the special character of 2 bytes was replaced with this special character was 1 byte. So you can copy and paste on your Word file, alright? And as I mentioned before, whenever you generate your own new variable, please test the 3 functions such as summary, alright? Summary and type of and str function, alright? So, even though we use the gsub function in our movies on the road to data, but we only replaced from the special character to the another special character, right? So there is no change of the length and class and data strings, right? But I mean, you frequently use the summary type of str function for your own variable, alright? Okay, in this video, we talk about the replacing special character in our data set for covering 1 byte of the R Studio, alright? So please put and record your old traces in your Word file, and then you can add a new function that is the gsub in your category of the R Word file. All right. Okay. In the next video, we will go to the step 3 for the separation data with only 1 byte and generating data frame. Alright, so for that we will cover sequence, str split, and pipe function, a list tr bind as well as gsub. Alright, so we will cover at least 6 functions for separating and generating data frame finally. So please check the next video soon. Okay, see you next video. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Bye.